This revelation in science and technology, something that is going to blow your mind absolutely, and that is going to change the future of health, fitness, and using your body to the optimum. ये एक बहुत ही यूनिक टेक्नोलॉजी है जिसके बारे में हम बात करने वाले हैं, इसको डिकोड करने वाले हैं. लेकिन इसके पहले we have a small visual treat for you. My name is Glenn Saldana and I'll be taking you through this afternoon. We're going to have a session of moderation where we're going to discuss this whole concept of the biohacker. Welcome, Anna. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, can we please have the AV, please? With a small token of appreciation on behalf of the Biohacker. Thank you so much. All right, next up is somebody I consider the OG action star in our industry. Now, let me put it this way. This Balwan is sabke dil ki dhadkan. All right, his charisma and style goes beyond the border. और सब इसी हेरा फेरी में लगे हुए हैं कि बॉस इनके स्टाइल और स्वैग का राज क्या है. सब दीवाने हुए पागल इनको देखकर. When it comes to style, swag and working on himself, he says मैं हूं ना. He did a film called Aren't Men at Work, but I'll tell you what, Anna is always at work. Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the OG action star of India, Mr. Suniel Shetty. Give him a big round of applause, please. Thank you very much, sir. We're going to have a small Q&A session, a few questions Biohacker ke regarding. और उसके बाद I'll open the question and answer sessions from the press. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to just do this right now. You can have your photo op. There'll be another photo op opportunity. We'll be doing it once again, but we'll start. Could we please have the mics? What is it exactly?
So biohacking is
Sorry? All right, please.
So biohacking is basically जो हम आर्ट एंड साइंस ऑफ चेंजिंग द एनवायरनमेंट, हमारा बाहर का और अंदर का एनवायरनमेंट और बायोलॉजिकल चेंज लाने के लिए इसको बोलते हैं बायोहैकिंग. सिंपल तरीका है ये अपने आप पर काम करने का. दैट्स कॉल्ड बायोहैकिंग.
राइट.
सो जितना हम अंदर देख पाएंगे, जो हमने पहले भी बताया है कि वी हैव टू व्यू इनसाइड क्या प्रॉब्लम्स है हमारे एंड देन वर्क ऑन इट. That's called biohacking. Do it yourself. दूसरा कोई नहीं, हमें खुद करना है. That's called biohacking.
बचपन में इनको बहुत बोला गया अपने गिरेबान में झांक कर देखो. और इसीलिए आज तक हैकिंग के बारे में सुना. Biohacking is a very interesting concept. So we are going to get to know more about biohacking. But Anna, I want to ask you one very legit, honest question. You have discovered biohacking before biohacking came. You just went on to this. For you, fitness and good looks have been synonymous, working together. How have you managed? What has been that one thing that you have followed religiously?
I think a consistent lifestyle. You know, anything that the world believes gave them a high is something I didn't believe gave me a high. Whether it was alcohol, whether it was tobacco, whether it was aerated drinks or anything unhealthy. For me, everything was about me feeling good, preventive wellness, staying away from medicine, staying away from things and enjoying the simple things in life. Nature, sport, team sport, relationship, friendship. This is all biohacking. According to me, this is all biohacking and that's how it's coming back to you. कि अपने आप को सुधारो. जब हम बोलते हैं कि बच्चों को बाहर जाना चाहिए, बाहर खेलना चाहिए, उनके ऊपर ज़्यादा प्रेशर मत डालो, उनके कंधे पे इतने बुक्स और शोल्डर्स पे इतने बुक्स मत डालो. दैट इज़ बायोहैकिंग अकॉर्डिंग टू मी. ताकि बच्चे अपने एनवायरनमेंट में बड़े हो और जब अपने एनवायरनमेंट और अपने दोस्तों के साथ और खुशियों के साथ बढ़ेंगे, वो कहीं ना कहीं शुरुआत है बायोहैकिंग की. तो शुरुआत वहाँ से होती है. एनवायरनमेंट इंटरनल एंड एक्सटर्नल. ऑफ कोर्स इसको अभी एक नया फॉर्म दिया गया है इंटरनल इश्यूज़ को समझने का. Science has got involved to tell you about it, right. How to improve it, how to detox your body.
Right.
I think biohacking अगर कहीं शुरू हुआ तो इंडिया में शुरू हुआ होगा.
Wow,
You know,
very well said. Very well put.
योग हो, आयुर्वेद हो, हमारे religions हो, हमारा culture हो, हमारी diversity हो, it is India. India is the epicenter of anything and everything good, and biohacking is one of that. And I'm glad that Lalit jumped into it, and I got an opportunity to jump in
Right.
with him.
We will come to a very important question that I want to ask you, but Mr. Dharmani, I have to ask you this. हर कंपनी का एक विजन होता है. Now, with the biohacker, like Anna mentioned, it is internal. The change has to be inward, and then वो output outward दिखेगा. Generally हम क्या करते हैं? Outward to inward change लाने की कोशिश करते हैं. So, what is your vision with this concept? क्या है आपका vision?
So basically, मैंने खुद करके देखा है. I have just worked on myself since last 5 years, and I have seen that कि I can really change my biology, which is going to hamper in future, because the things that कि situations तो आएगी, everything will come, which will deteriorate our health. So on that part of it, I took a charge of myself, and I thought कि let's create a platform for each and every person. किसी को भी इससे फ़ायदा हो सकता है, not necessary to any particular tribe, but then each and every person can look into inside there and change the biology.
Well, I think that's so important, because generally हम quick fixes or solutions ढूंढते हैं. What is this? A 3-month body, or let's just fix this temporarily for a vacation, or for a शादी है घर में तो मैं उसे change करना चाहता हूँ. Not like what you all both are mentioning is long term. It's a process. It is not a destination. एक journey सी है. So I want to ask you, a lot of actors and stars invest in you know, supplements in gyms and all, which is a legit thing, because if you're into the fitness fraternity. लेकिन आपके लिए एक बहुत ही हटके investment है when it comes to the biohacker, and you've also happened to mention that it's one of the wisest you know, investments you've made. Could you throw some light on that?
Yeah, and we have a plan for it. I'm excited that somebody's taken the lead. देखिए हमेशा होता है कि एक्टर करना सबको चाहता है, बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जहाँ हम इन्वॉल्व होना चाहते हैं, लेकिन इन्वेस्टमेंट इज़ नॉट एवरीथिंग. जब तक मैनेजमेंट सही नहीं हो और एक एक्सपर्ट उस चीज़ में नहीं हो, आप अपनी एक्सपीरियंस, आपकी एक्सपर्टीज उनको दे सकते हैं, लेकिन फिजिकली चलाना उनका काम है. एंड आई थिंक दैट्स वेयर यू नो, जब मैं ललित से मिला, आई नो ललित फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम, और 5 साल से जब इस पे वो वर्क कर रहा है, तो कहीं ना कहीं मुझे लग रहा था कि मेरी जर्नी भी यही रही है. लोग आज बात कर रहे हैं कि ऐसे करना चाहिए और वैसे करना चाहिए, लेकिन आज साइंस के जुड़ने से it is proof that you can take care of your internal systems by just being yourself, by just doing the simple things, staying away from allopathy. तो मेरे लिए ये इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं है, ये शुरुआत है. आई मीन आई वॉन्ट टू गेट इन टू इट, आई वॉन्ट टू डीप डाइव इन टू इट, क्योंकि मेरी ज़िंदगी में मैंने हमेशा चाहा कि कुछ वापस दूँ. आई थिंक दिस health is something that I can give back. So the idea is कि ये एक क्लिनिक है, मैं मानता हूँ ये हमारी बायो हैकिंग की क्लिनिक है. बायो हैकिंग का एक सेंटर होगा और फिर बायो हैकिंग की एक डेस्टिनेशन होगी. मैंने कभी अपने प्लान्स के बारे में बात नहीं किया हूँ, क्योंकि आई ऑलवेज बिलीव पहले डिलीवर करते हैं, चली तो फिर बात करते हैं. लेकिन यहाँ our plans are ready. Probably the next one would be a 15,000 square feet setup.
Wow.
Because biohacking is not just about machines, it's about mental fitness, about creating the atmosphere, creating nature around you. क्योंकि जब वो डोपामिन बाहर निकलता है खुशी की, हैप्पी डोपामिन जो आपने सुबह कहा, उससे सब बदलाव आता है. You know, मेरे लिए तो एक बच्चे को भी, अगर मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ 1 साल के बच्चे को या 2 साल के बच्चे को आप ड्रिबलिंग सिखाओ, हैंड आई कोऑर्डिनेशन अपने आप आ जाएगा, जो आप अभी ढूंढ रहे थे. कि यार मैं समझता हूँ आप में ये नहीं है, लेकिन वहाँ से शुरू होता है. बच्चा बॉल ऐसे पकड़ लेता है और उसमें कॉन्फिडेंस उतनी बढ़ती है, ना कि ढूंढता है बॉल के लिए. तो ये छोटी छोटी चीज़ें हैं, शुरुआत वहाँ से होनी चाहिए. एंड यू कैन बी अ बायो हैकर योरसेल्फ. तो यहाँ सिर्फ और सिर्फ सेंटर्स नहीं होंगे, लेकिन वो नॉलेज भी दिया जाएगा. सिर्फ उनके लिए नहीं जो हमारे सेंटर्स में आएंगे, लेकिन through the medium of social media and everything, जो यहाँ नहीं भी आ सकते, they should gain for it. So there are big plans, and this is my ultimate dream कि एक 10-15 एकड़ का एक सेटअप हो जहाँ वो बायोहैकिंग सेंटर हो, जहाँ लोग जाके कुछ दिनों को लेके अपने आप को बदल सके.
The beauty is that both of you all are leading with example, in the sense you all want to bring about a change. That's the ultimate motive. So you were saying something.
So also biohacking is also an use of science and technology, wherein we try to work on ourselves. Similarly, there's a science between me and Sunil sir. Science is God's willing to be together and create a platform for each and every person in India
Right.
to experience these services.
Right.
So that's the main science, the God's science, is that we both are together.
That's
And
very
without
interesting.
him, I don't think so I'll be able to achieve. But then he has got the motivation behind, he just pushed me every now I meet him and said कि क्या कर रहा है अभी तक हुआ नहीं है. So that's what we have been working on it since almost 3-4 years down the line, and today we are here sitting together on this platform and giving it to the public.
But it also intrigues me, not just in capacity of a host, but genuinely I'm asking this question on behalf of everybody. We're all in the media and press. We all have crazy hours of working. And as Gen Zs and millennials, I come from a millennial generation where one common problem I've heard, I'm into fitness, so I play sports, so I know I've lived an active life. But I know a couple of my friends would always say, यार थक गए. मैं बोला क्या किया तुमने? बोला कुछ नहीं यार, पता नहीं, बस थक गए. This is a common problem that we all face all the time. यार थक गए बिना कुछ काम किए. And
I think वो कहीं ना कहीं मेंटल थकान है.
जी.
मेंटली आप थके हुए हो इसीलिए आप. लेकिन
Physically
अगर
manifest हो रहा है.
अगर आप एक रूटीन डालोगे अपनी जिंदगी में, रूटीन कोई कुछ भी हो, आप ब्रश करते हो, सुबह
Right.
उठ के नहाते ही हो, तो वैसे ही आप रूटीन डाल दीजिए, देखिए कितना फर्क पड़ता है. एंड गेट
Right.
इनटू अ स्पेस वेयर यू आर हैप्पी. आई मीन मैंने आई थिंक 8 साल 10 साल पहले ही छोड़ दिया था कि यार फ्राइडे वाइडे आता रहेगा, इट्स नॉट वर्थ क्राइंग एंड क्रिबिंग अबाउट. 100 फिल्में तो कर ली मैंने, 10 फिल्में करके लोग घर चले गए, मैं क्यों नाराज हूँ. एंड आई थिंक दैट मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ माइंड चेंज्ड एवरीथिंग मी. कोई मुझे दुख पहुँचाता है तो मुझे पहले हफ्ते भर 10 दिन मुझे बहुत ख़राब लगता था. उसके बाद मैंने कहा कि यार ये तो 10 दिन का है, अगर मैं इस वक्त को कम कर दूँ फिर क्या होगा. कम होते गया और आज ऐसा वक्त है कि बुरा लगता है, उसके बाद मैं सोचता हूँ ठीक है यार कल ख़त्म हो जाएगा, एंड ख़त्म होता ही है. आई थिंक वी नीड टू बी मेंटली वेरी वेरी स्ट्रांग, वरना साइंस या कुछ भी काम नहीं करेगा.
You biohacked.
Yeah, you biohack that mind of yours to tell him कि be there and focus on the good things. यार अगर मुझ में आप में मुझे अगर बुराइयाँ दिखाई देगी तो मैं अच्छाइयाँ कुछ लेकर ही नहीं जाऊँगा. तो लेकिन अगर अच्छाई दिखाई दे तो मुझे सब में कुछ ना कुछ अच्छा दिखाई दे रहा है. एंड दैट्स हाउ. गलतियाँ मुझसे बहुत हुई है मेरे एज पे, मैंने बहुत सारी चीज़ें की होगी जो गलत होगा, लेकिन उस गलत से सीख कर मैं यहाँ पहुँचा हूँ. एंड आई थिंक इफ़ आई कैन इम्पार्ट दैट नॉलेज टू पीपल कि बी हैप्पी, मेक फ्रेंड्स, आई थिंक एवरीथिंग फॉल्स इनटू फ्रेंड. इसलिए ग्रुप्स, फ्रेंड्स, ऑफिस जाना, दोस्तों से मिलना, वो एम्बियंस को देखना बहुत ज़रूरी है. वो 3 साल पैंडेमिक से जो अब हम गुजरे
जी.
तो कभी कभार तो ऐसे लगता था कि एक दूसरे की जान ले लेंगे घर में. इट्स बिकॉज ऑफ द मोनोटनी. वो मोनोटनी को तोड़ना बहुत ज़रूरी है लाइफ में.
I think a sense of community, and that's what you're trying to also build with the Biohacker, like a sense of community where people can understand, Mr. Dharmani, ki internally how can you optimize your performance, how can you learn certain things about your body, जो बहुत essential है. And today's day and age, I think every Gen Z, millennial, and every adult wants to optimize their performance at work, wants to be at their best, and ensure that there's balance between health, money, and everything else. So can Biohacker help us with all of those, get our answers?
Yeah, so the Biohacker is a facility or a center or maybe a clinic as per what we have described here. So it's there a platform for each and everyone to come and experience the therapies, how to enhance our performance, how to enhance our cognitive health. दिमाग का जो हम सोचते हैं कि हमारे पास स्ट्रेस लेने का कैपेसिटी नहीं है, so we able to give you the natural enhancement जो आपका cognitive health strong करेगा, and you're able to bear the stress, bear the situations. That is where we work. We have the entire facilities wherein we have number of facilities and number of services जहाँ पे उनका हम ये उसके ऊपर हम ध्यान दे के we can make them come out of that maybe
Right.
anxiety or any depression or anything.
Right. So basically, it's a transformation from within where you're trying to help people understand कि ये थोड़ी सी कमियां हैं, ये parameters हैं, ये but this takes me to a very important question कि आप assess कैसे करेंगे कि ये parameters है कि मैं बीमार हूँ या बीमार, let me not use a negative word, I lack a certain thing in my body, तो वो parameters क्या होने वाले हैं?
So ऐसा है, हम जो बेसिक हमारा जो टेस्ट होता है, बेसिक हम जो टेस्ट करेंगे वो उसके ऊपर हमारा विटामिन और मिनरल्स का टेस्ट होता है, हमारा डीएनए पे टेस्ट होता है, हमारा टेलीमोस पे टेस्ट होता है. ईच एंड एवरी हमारा परसेप्शन देखने का हमारा परसेप्शन देखने का नज़रिया, जो बीमारी है, जो रिपोर्ट है, वो अलग से, इट्स नॉटिंग दैट कि हम जो नॉर्मल देखते हैं वैसा नहीं. हमारा बेसिक नॉर्मल से पे नहीं बात करते, हम अपने कैसे इन्हांस करना है, कैसे उसके ऊपर करना है, उस ऊपर बात
Right,
करते हैं.
right.
एंड देन वी कम टू नो वेदर दिस इज टेक्नोलॉजी. बहुत सारा है हमारे पास जो हम खाली स्कैन करके देख सकते हैं
Right.
आपका, विदाउट इन्वेजिंग एनी पिन नीडल या कोई ब्लड, बिना चेक करके आपको बता सकते हैं कि क्या इश्यूज है आपके अंदर. वो भी सेलुलर लेवल पे देख के बता सकते हैं हम लोग. इट्स नथिंग दैट कि हमको आपसे ब्लड निकाल के लेके जाना है. हमारा खाली ये स्पिट रहेगा, हमारा खाली नॉन इन्वेजिव ऐसा स्कैनर रहेगा जहाँ पे वो देखेंगे और बता सकते हैं कि आपके प्रॉब्लम क्या है. एंड देन वील रिप्लेनिश देयर, देन वी वर्क ऑन इट,
Right.
एंड देन वी कैन what do you call that, it's called anti aging basically, जो हम आपका रिवर्स करेंगे, रिवर्सल डिजीज वैसा कर सकते हैं.
That's amazing. That is something that I think everybody is searching for, how to reverse age in today's day and age. Very importantly, जैसा आपने कहा assess करने के लिए parameters, we've got legit doctors over here in your team who are going to be, Dr. Anish is also going to be a part of it. So congratulations, and I think a big round of applause for this gentleman over here who's also part of the team, Dr. Anish. I've also heard very interestingly before I open the Q&A for the press, बहुत important सवाल है. मैंने सुना है कि hangover shots भी है.
है ना, हैंग.
नहीं नहीं, ये important था पूछना क्योंकि संडे खुला है ना.
हाँ हाँ, संडे भी खुला है.
नहीं वो जरूरी है. I'm just saying, मेरे लिए नहीं, मेरे को प्रोटीन शॉट चाहिए, आप मुझे बता दो. I'm just saying legit hangover shot के बारे में थोड़ा बताओ. That's very important.
सो हैंगओवर, बहुत सारा हैंगओवर होता है. पीपल गो एंड पार्टी अराउंड, और यंगस्टर्स काफ़ी होते हैं. देन द नेक्स्ट डे पे फिर उनका सर दर्द होता है, उनका दिमाग काम नहीं कर पा रहा है उनका. सो फॉर दैट वी कम हियर, वी गेट देम हैंगओवर IV, जहाँ पे हम उनका डिटॉक्स करते हैं. जो अल्कोहल जो ब्लड में चलता रहता है, एंड विच इज क्रिएटिंग अ प्रॉब्लम, वी ट्राई टू डिटॉक्स दैट, वी ट्राई टू रिमूव दैट अल्कोहल फ्रॉम
Right.
योर बॉडी
Right.
एंड डिटॉक्स द थिंग अल्कोहल.
You know, years back when I worked with Anna for the first time in 2018, sir, I had said this line when I was with you. On the weekends, I spend time with the bar and not at the bar. So I think I've stuck to that concept,
I can see that.
and I've stuck to that
That's the
concept.
first thing I told you. I never forget.
Yeah, I know. And we had this legit conversation in 2018 about health and fitness. So thank you very much. We've got a gist of what the biohacker is and the biohacking. And this is one of the best things that has happened, because ultimately we want to be at the best of our performance level at work, at home, at family, everywhere that we go. So I think a big round of applause to these two gentlemen who are genuinely trying to bring about a change in optimizing
Thank
health
you.
and fitness. The press, ladies and gentlemen, please take your name and you can ask your questions. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm just going to pass on the mic.
So far, this is the first of the biohackers clinics, right? So overall, what's the plan to extend it across India?
I think once we have a hold on everything that we have here, the idea is to probably we're still seeing how we need to take it forward. Take it forward. We definitely are going to. Whether it's going to be clinics all over or one epic biohacking center in the city, which would probably, we've already kind of identified the place. It's a 20,000 square feet place. And then the next step would be a destination, you know, where the dream is to have a biohacking center. Dream is to have a strip where, like a Vegas, it's not going to be about clubs and gambling joints, but it's going to be about areas of health, where probably people on weekends say, you know, let's go and pick up everything that we need on health there and also work on ourselves. So it's going to be, it's got to be a destination. It's a 5-year, 7-year plan, 5-year plan. But the bigger center very, very soon.
Good afternoon, Suniel sir. Good afternoon, Lalit. Mansi Dave from ET Now this side. Many congratulations on this new innovation.
Thank you.
In this era where we see everything changing right away in lesser time, to be ahead of the curve is very much necessary. Why do you think is a concept like biohacking necessary in today's time?
Because it's about preventive wellness. We've been through one pandemic, and we want to make sure that if ever the next one hits, we're way ahead of the curve. You know, we can cure our own bodies. We can cure ourselves mentally, physically, and otherwise. Even from a science perspective, we're way ahead. And somewhere down the line, biohacking involves a lot of India also. So you see, it's about being happy. It's about you breathing right, you understanding your ailments and working on it, whether it's through science or whether it's individually. Some people can afford, some people can't. Whether it's nutrition that'll cure it, or whether it's that mental space. What happens to the generation that comes next? For me, biohacking is also walking in a forest. People talk about grounding and walking bare feet. Our Rishi Munis and our gurus always did it. First it was called junk, dirt, Indians, sit on the ground, but everybody is following it. So the West has always picked up everything, presented it differently, yoga, hot yoga. अरे गर्मी में ही योगा होती है इंडिया में यार, कहाँ बर्फ पड़ती है सब जगह. So that's why I've always argued, I've always fought, and I've always held our own, and I've always placed ourselves ahead of anybody else. So whether it's healing through food or healing through spices, this is what biohacking is all about. The minute you have an idea of your ailment, you start working on it. It could be here, it could be at home, it could be anywhere. So we're there, and because Lalit is married to this cause. Sorry, but because Lalit is married to this, there's a lot of focus. And Satvik he is anyways. So he's God's child. It works brilliantly for me because there's a mindset that works. And for me, depression is not about "Arey yaar, ye pagal hai yaar." No, it's about a chemical imbalance. It's about looking at somebody differently. If it's a drug addict, I would never say isko jail mein dal do yaar. मैं बोलूँगा work on him. हमारा बच्चा हो सकता है, आपका भाई हो सकता है. Are we going to just dump someone, or are we going to start working on that child? So biohacking also involves being a great human being. Also means being compassionate about someone next to you. Because that dopamine from him might flow into him and he might start feeling better. I watch cricket, I watch a sport, I watch children playing. I feel good about it. I get my childhood back. That is what it is all about.
So you writing a gratitude journal also is a biohacking basically. It's speaking something good about people, think good about people, like how Suniel said. Seeing a good in a human being is biohacking. It's as simple as it.
You had a question, ma'am.
Yes. Hi, sir. Samina here from Times of India. My question is to Suniel, sir. I wanted to ask you, have you tried the biohacker treatment on you, and what effects have you seen on yourself?
Clarity, especially from a skin perspective, ice and that dunk feels amazing. I mean, it's death when you get into it, but the recovery is unbelievable. And the thing is, for me, more than treatments, I've always followed this routine. There is this term now called biohacking, which is very good. Biologically, you understand yourself, and and you're hacking all the ailments and working on it. So, like I said, this is a clinic the science and you'll understand what is wrong with you. But the larger centers are centers where you can understand yourself better and heal yourself on your own. Like I said, I send you into a forest. If you ever go for a safari in the morning, when you're back from the safari, you're on a different high. What is that high? Has somebody injected anything into you? Nothing. It's just that you breathe better, you're thinking better. There's mind fog that is there, doesn't exist anymore. It's like yoga and sport and the adrenaline that you get when you exercise. That's it. And yes, every treatment is something that I want to go into. There are certain issues that when I checked, there are some impurities in my chemicals in my own bloodstream, and I've always believed that I've eaten right. It's not what I've eaten; it's where the produce has come from that probably is wrong, and we have no control over that. So it's just about understanding and improving and staying healthy.
Thank you.
Mr. Damani, one very important question is about the therapies. Sir just spoke about the ice therapy and a lot of other things that help. But can you take us in brief through the therapies that are there that you will be providing in the Biohacker?
So first of all, we have IV therapy, wherein we will deliver the nutrients directly into your bloodstream wherever we find that there is any deficiency in vitamin or minerals or any such problems we have. We'll try to give the IV as per our reports, and then that is delivered immediately and that's an instant result what we can see in few hours also. And thereafter we have compression therapies like हमारा जो ड्रेनेज सिस्टम होता है बॉडी का, जो लिम्फेटिक ड्रेनेज बोलते हैं उसको. सो बेसिकली इट रिमूव्स द लिम्फ ड्रेनेज फ्रॉम आवर नोड्स, उनको डिटॉक्स कर लेते हैं. देन वी हैव HBOT जो हाइपोबेरिक ऑक्सीजन थेरेपी बोलते हैं, जहाँ पे है वी हैव बेड लाइक एंड यू आर इन ले डाउन इन कंप्रेस्ड इन्वायरमेंट. वहाँ पे ऑक्सीजन जो है वो बहुत ज़्यादा होता है एंड इट गोज़ इनटू योर प्लाज्मा डायरेक्टली एंड गिव द रिजल्ट्स. इट रीचेस टू द ईच एंड एवरी पार्ट ऑफ द बॉडी मच फास्टर एज इट्स रिक्वायर्ड whenever it is a problem. Then we have peptide therapy. So peptide is something जो अभी next generation treatment होगा साइंस में. It's going to be a big one. जहाँ पे peptide will be working as a protein treatment है basically. We are giving protein into your body and it's going to heal. बहुत सारे operations हैं, surgery है जो बच सकती है उससे. We can regenerate this tissues, ligaments. बहुत सारा fast movement होता है. It's about 30 days treatment and you have a different overall totally अलग ही उसका result है. Then we have infrared ozone therapy जहाँ पे we able to burn 400 calories, we able to detox, हमारा detox जो भी वायरस फंगाई जो भी डिटॉक्स ट्रीटमेंट हो जाता है. इट्स अबाउट 30 minutes सेशन जहाँ पे वी एबल टू गेट दैट एनी मेटल्स जो भी है वो सब डिटॉक्स कर सकते हैं हम लोग. देन वी हैव रेड लाइट थेरेपी जो ये बहुत अभी आज की तारीख में बहुत चल रहा है. रेड लाइट थेरेपी इज बेसिकली डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ रेड लाइट, इंफ्रारेड लाइट्स होती है जो आपके स्किन में अंदर जाती है. इट गोज़ डीप इनसाइड. एवरी लाइट हैज़ अ ब्लू, ग्रीन, रेड. एवरी लाइट्स हैज़ अ डिफरेंट नैनोमीटर्स का उनका स्ट्रेंथ है विच गोज़ डीप इनसाइड योर स्किन, स्टिमुलेट द माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया एंड बेसिकली हमारा जो सेलुलर ट्रीटमेंट होता है इसके ऊपर इट्स वर्क्स ऑन द रूट्स, द सेल्स जहाँ पे हमारे ये ATP जनरेट होती है. देन वी हैव स्किन का ग्लो होता है. देन वी हैव लॉट ऑफ पेन रिलीफ थिंग्स विच इज़ वर्क थ्रू रेड लाइट थेरेपी. देन वी हैव इंट्रावेनियस लेज़र थेरेपी जो रेड लाइट थेरेपी होती है. ऐसा सीधा डायरेक्ट हम आपके ब्लड में फ्लो में वी आर गेटिंग इनटू दैट एंड वी गिविंग लाइट्स इनटू. तो उसका हीलिंग इज़ मच मोर फास्टर, बहुत ज़्यादा फास्ट होते हैं उसके वजह से. सो देन वी हैव अ क्रायो थिंग विच इज़ वी पुट योर सेल्फ इन, आपको एक इन्वायरमेंट मतलब जो बर्फ़ का इन्वायरमेंट अबाउट माइनस डिग्री होता है, इस ऑलमोस्ट 0 डिग्री पे रखते हैं आपको, जहाँ पे आपका ब्लड फ्रीज हो जाता है एंड देन इट्स यू नो इट इज़ देयर फॉर द मोमेंट टू कम आउट. द उसका फ्लो जो है इतना फास्ट हो जाता है कि एनी पेन इन द बॉडी लाइक इट्स अ रिकवरी बेसिकली. इट्स वर्क एज अ रिकवरी फॉर पीपल और द एथलीट्स और एनी ऑफ द थिंग प्रॉब्लम वी हैव. Is boost your immunity also. So there are multiple things which we work. We see we have a DNA test. We have a oligoscan. Basically, we scan something. So a lot of new invented items are there which we work on it, and then we have a different results. Overall, we can work on them.
So I think overall the whole gist of this afternoon is very simple that I understand. जो मुझे समझ में आता है कि optimization of human health, trying to bring about a change in the future, and like sir said very rightfully, on the weekends we are going to ask for vitamin D shots and not probably tequila shots. That's very interesting. I think what's very cool is something that we take from both of you all, that and what I have understood, and sir, not just as a fan but as somebody who believes, I'm from a generation who wants to see examples. I don't want to see people talk and tell me कि ऐसा करना चाहिए वैसा करना चाहिए, because I will not listen. I will just do the opposite. So thank you for leading with example, because you walk your talk and you've always done it. So thank you. This is not a part of my script, but this is just coming straight from my heart. And Mr. Dharmani, thank you so much, because I see you training in the morning and sometimes when I am lazy, I am like यार ये कर रहे हैं तो मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, मैं भी जाके अपना set complete कर लेता हूँ. So thank you very much for joining me, gentlemen, over here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being such an awesome press and giving us your time. Most importantly, time is the most precious thing. We'll one day learn to biohack this time also. But we've learned to reverse age through this technology. So thank you very much. My name is Glenn Sildana. I'm signing off, and we'll have a photo op session. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
So much.